Hey YouTube, this is Don. Today, as you may guess, I'm gonna review Pokémon Colosseum on the Nintendo GameCube. As you can see, this is probably one of the first Pokémon games I ever reviewed on GameCube, to say the least. Now this game is pretty much plays somewhat different and somewhat similar to your average Pokémon game, like around the time period of the third generation of Pokémon, like around the same time period as Pokémon Ruby and Sapphire, an Emerald version. Now there's Battle Mode and Story Mode, but I'm gonna talk about the Battle Mode now. Battle Now is a quick battle using prison Pokémon. Rather, it's a single battle or double battle, where you use random Pokemon. But I'm not gonna spend too much time with that. There's also Colosseum Battle, where you can either do solo battle or gang battle. Now, solo battle is where you may enter a Colosseum battles and the mountain battle 100 trainer KO. Whether it's the Colosseum battle, mountain battle 100. Oh, there's a continue option. Poke coupon exchange and there's the option of registering Pokemon you have in your party currently. And there's gang battle, where you can do either 2 or 4 player. No, you can't do third player, unfortunately. That's just the game, unfortunately. Now, you can link your Game Boy Advance with Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, which is pretty amazing. You can either use here's the options. You can use the Pokemon on your GameCube on Pokemon Colosseum, whether it's single battle or double battle. Anything goes. Oh yeah. The rules of this is that you can't use Shadow Pokemon with this method, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna... Now here's the thing. As you can see, you need a Game Boy Advance and GameCube link cable to do this method with the Game Boy Advances. Normally with one player GameCube and second player Game Boy Advance, you can use the GameCube. You can use the GameCube controller on player 1, while on player 2, that's where the link cable comes in for the Game Boy Advance. You can also use the link cable while in story mode to trade Pokemon with a friend of yours on your Game Boy Advance, with whether it's Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald. And you can also use the same link cable to use the bonus disc, which contains a mystery gift of a legendary Pokemon named Jirachi, which is a Steel and Psychic type Pokemon that is a legendary. Plus, this bonus disc comes with a Pokemon Colosseum preview, new movie sneak peek, and you can add this Pokemon to your... And it says you can add this Pokemon to your Ruby or Sapphire cartridge in your game. Oh, the new movie is actually called the Pokémon... Sorry, I'm trying to pronounce it without butchering the name. Jirachi. Wishmaster. So this Pokemon obviously grants wishes. Overall, it's pretty cool, though. Overall, this is pretty cool. Back then, I would have loved to have this, by the way. Well, I had the game Pokemon Colosseum when I was a kid, but I never got the link cable nor the bonus disc or anything like that. But I still have my Game Boy Advance, but unfortunately, I don't have the games that are compatible with this. So I'm just gonna cancel this. But you can also do 4-player options, like whether it's the GameCube as player 1 and the second, third, and fourth players are Game Boy Advances. But you can only strictly do double battles, as I'll show you with 4 Game Boy Advances, all 4 players with Game Boy Advances. Now here's that. So I'm just gonna so enough about that. Let's go to story mode. Now you press new game, but if you have a save file, the cursor will go straight to continue as a default option. So let's get into that. Here's how many shadow Pokemon I snagged and how many I purified. Now if you don't know what a shadow Pokemon is, this is where this idea comes in. Now, here's a shadow Pokemon. Here's an example of a shadow Pokemon. You can see the black aura coming from it, and this is its heart gauge instead of, experience points like this, where Pokemon moves up to the next level. I know it may seem cool, but it's not good for the Pokemon, unfortunately. Now if it's that tightly shut, it can't remember its nature, and unless it's purified, it doesn't have an O2 or identity or a trainer identity on this Pokemon, on the shadow Pokemon. Oh, that's Espeon, that's the one you start with. Anyway, here's the move Shadow Rush. Here's the description. It says, an attack that is so harsh, it also hurts the attacker. Much like Takedown, but worse. There's also 3 other moves that could have been used if its heart is open. And it says on Contest Effect that a move only for battles, it is no good for contests. And here's the half of the moves being available. But unlike these moves, this move has unlimited power points, which may seem good, but not really. Anyway, here's a shadow Pokemon that's been purified, and it's got that ribbon award for clearing all difficulties. You snag these shadow Pokemon using your average Pokeball, but you need a snag machine, which you'll have the whole entire game in order to capture these shadow Pokemon and take them away from these horrible thugs. Anyway, the inventory, the items bag, is pretty much the same as Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Otherwise. Now, these Pokeballs you use to pretty much capture shadow Pokemon, much like you would with regular Pokemon in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald with wild Pokemon. Anyway, now I'm just gonna battle someone just to demonstrate how Shadow Rush works. Now, this may be a long review. I'm not sure how long, but here we go. So I'm not reading off of a script, so bear with me, and I'll show you how Shadow Rush works in this game. Now, this is pretty much your average Pokemon battles, like usual with other trainers. Sorry, the glare is causing the screen to, you know. Anyway, see the call option right here, where the cursor is at? That can either be used to awake sleeping Pokemon only in this game and its sequel, but it can also snap the shadow Pokemon out of hyper mode, which might be occasion. The Pokemon's whatever that is will turn crimson in a crimson color when it's in hyper mode, but when it's on normal mode on the shadow Pokemon, it's purple like that instead of that. So, let me demonstrate how Shadow Rush works. Now, here's how Shadow Rush works. As soon as my Shadow Pokemon gets a turn, oh boy. But otherwise, just to let you guys know. Oh boy. Now I'm just gonna wait until Shadow Rush is being used. Here it is. Now, when it's in Hyper Mode, normally a Shadow Pokemon can do critical hits with Shadow Rush. But if you get it to use other moves when it's in Hyper Mode other than Shadow Rush, it might disobey your commands, which is not a good thing. Now, overall, this is pretty much a typical Pokemon battle with a regular trainer without any Shadow Pokemon. A trainer with Shadow Pokemon, you gotta be on the lookout for, so that way you can use the Snag Machine and your Pokeballs to catch the Shadow Pokemon and take them away from its horrible trainers. Anyway, let me heal that Pokemon so that way I can keep reviewing this, even though I might have to waste an item. Anyway. Here we go. Now there's different variations of trainers in this game, like Ryder, which is pretty much in Pirate Town exclusive, or Yonder, or whatever. There's a group of thugs in this game called Cypher who capture Pokemon and turn them into Shadow Pokemon, which downright does horrible stuff to them. Sorry, the glare. Let me block it. Sorry. I'm afraid I wish I could show you guys Hyper Mode, but I guess that's not gonna happen today, is it? Now the deal with this game is that you may think you're gonna join the Pokemon League or go through Pokemon gyms to get gym badges, but you're not. The whole purpose of the story is to capture Shadow Pokemon and take them away from thugs. For whatever purpose. Then, you purify them at the A-Gate Village Relic Forest. Use a Tablet Stone, which is part of your key items, to purify your Shadow Pokemon back to normal. I wish I could show you that right now, but I can't, because there are no Shadow Pokemon I can purify at the moment. Ah, crap. It only happens occasionally when you first get your Shadow Pokemon. I guess, I don't know. But, yeah. That's unlike Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire, an Emerald version, but Pokemon overall, rather than those games on the 3rd generation when you compete in the Pokemon gyms and compete in the Pokemon League. you don't really get those things in this game. Instead, you have to obtain Shadow Pokemon and purify them. The backstory of the character you play as, which is Wes, even though I named him myself, Wes rescues a girl from those thugs from Mira B, who's the first bad guy you encounter, who's usually Cypher's admin in this game. But can also, sorry, I'm not reading off of the script, so bear with me. So, you found Foley and the guy or girl, I forgot who that person is with Foley, but he, this is where you save your progress, by the way. Unlike regular Pokemon's games, you have to save, your data on the PC, unfortunately, right here. Like, that thing, that's your only means of saving data, unfortunately, for this game. Whereas Pokemon Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire, you can save data wherever you are, at the exact spot where you are. But anyway, I just wanted to, you know, trying to demonstrate, why is the screen getting dimly lit? Anyway, here we go. Sorry, the camera's just not showing the screen too well. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So anyway, you also capture the... you also rescue a girl named... I forgot her name, but you can look it up, but be my guest to look it up. You know what? No, what? Screw it. I'll be right back. Let me close the blinds so we can also get a view of the video. There we go. That's better. Let me just look up her name. Hold on. Oh yeah, her... Oh yeah, her name is spelled R-U-I. Rue. She's, Wee's sidekick in Pokemon Colosseum, as the online description says on some random website or whatever. So, yeah. This is pretty cool. It's a pretty nice backstory for a Pokemon game. Yeah, and she follows you for the entire adventure after you rescue her. You do get to also name her after you rescue her. But much like any other Pokemon games, you can also select default names. I named her Misty. Because because her hair reminds me of Misty. For some reason. I'm not sure why. But she does follow you the entire adventure. Eventually, after you battle the last thug with a shadow Pokemon, that's when the story ends. But the backstory with Wheeze is that You escape from Team Snagnum with a snag machine that you stole from them for the sake of using them to capture Shadow Pokemon, which is kind of... doesn't seem like a reasonable backstory. I understand that, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I know, I'm trying to use Shadow Rush, but I don't think it's gonna happen that the Pokemon will be in Hyper Mode. Uh-oh. That will certainly... Wait, my Pokemon's tougher. Awesome. Although its speed fell, but it's still hanging in there. Uh-oh. Crap! Okay, that move did harder than that. Crap. Oh, here's another Shadow Pokemon of mine. It doesn't remember any of his 3 other moves. Though when you do Purify Pokemon, I forgot to mention, you do remember it's the move where Shadow Rush is that it had before it became a Shadow Pokemon. Oh, here it is. That's what Hyper Mode looks like. Its aura turns in a crimson color along with its status box. And in order to get it out of Hyper Mode, you have to do the call option to get him to calm him down. But nevertheless, this plays like your typical Pokemon battle, so there's no run option. Instead, the call option took its place. At least in this game. Yeah. So it almost kind of seems like the Switch version of... the GameCube version of the Switch... of the current Pokemon games for the Switch. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. Yeah, that's what happens when you do the call option. They calm down, and then that's basically it. And in doing so, also reduces will open its door to its heart, as the as the Pokemon's description says, as far as its heart gauge is concerned. It even shows a great and awesome animations to the Pokemon moves that are typical for your typical Pokemon games, which is pretty cooler than the handhelds, honestly. Oh, here we go again. Yeah, anyway, overall, yeah, this may be a cool Pokemon game. Although, after you capture some Shadow Pokemon from Team Snagnum, you get a news report about a character disguised as your own character, called Shady Character. So, basically, you can either destroy the Shadow Pokemon or basically capture it. I prefer to capture Shadow Pokemon to purify them, honestly. Even though the whole point of the game doesn't really show that this game really has a plot. But it's still a reasonably good Pokemon game if you're interested in Shadow Pokemon overall. So anyway, in conclusion, if you like fighting or capturing Shadow Pokemon and purifying them, you would love this Pokemon game if you're a Pokemon fan who is interested in Shadow Pokemon, like capturing Shadow Pokemon on a home console, basically. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and like the video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. This is me, signing off.